Welcome to another edition of From the Bleachers Sports Show. And congratulations to AEW. The word is they drew 1.4 million on their TV show. Big thing. Big thing. I didn't think they would do 1.4. I thought they would do less than a million. Hovering about 8, 9. But 1.4, which is huge. They beat out NXT. And overall, I enjoyed the product. I enjoyed the show. But, a lot of people tuned in, obviously. Now it's your job as AEW to keep these fans tuning in. And one of the main things that they marketed towards the wrestling fan is they're going to be different. They're going to be the alternative. It's going to be something new, something fresh. Now, albeit I understand it's after one show, but what exactly is the direction here? What are the rules? This bothered me over the summer with AEW too. When you would have tag team matches and people not in a match, Marco Stunt, Chris Daniels, etc., who would do spots in the match, and the ref would just stand there and watch. Did I miss a no DQ announcement for the main event? Moxley attacks Kenny and no DQ, but they put over how Nyla would be DQ'd for using weapons earlier in the show. So it seems like there are rules, they just only enforce when they choose. And how are wins and losses going to matter if wrestlers can be randomly attacked during their matches with no repercussions? Now, Dustin comes in to save Cody during the post-main event brawl in a matter of just seconds. But he let his brother be beat up by Jericho through an entire commercial break earlier. I get why it needed to be done that way. I get it. And again, I love the show overall. But how about some explanation? I prefer not to have to kind of suspend disbelief and turn off logic for things like that. So if you really want to be different, please don't make me do it. How are you different? Jake Hager. So the main event for the next pay-per-view is a former WWE guy versus a former WWE guy. Although, seeing how over Cody is, I can knock it as much as I can't knock it as much as I was before. With a new WWE failure as the Muscle, I'm liking the stable aspect that they did. But, for something that's supposed to be different, I'm not happy with how much of a mix of WWE guys working against each other already, including the upcoming Mox and Spears. I know the matches will be better will be better then, albeit, they'll be given a chance and they could be better matches. But I just still felt, I expected to see something different without doing that from the start. But again, it's a solid effort from the start. It entertained me. It was a decent show. But how are you different? Why are you claiming you're going to be different? You claim that wins and losses matter and that you're in the sport of professional wrestling. I guess I wasn't really expecting such a WWE style. You're going to take what we give you and like it type of mentality with the same lack of logic. Because while I know everybody has their reasons for not liking the WWE product as much anymore, it just seemed like for me that the lack of logic is really what got to me. And to me, I just can't tell you. I just don't get how you could tell me how important wins and losses are all show, and now have the Bucks and Kenny with a trios loss in a match, where one of them was attacked and taken out of the match by outside interference with no repercussions. I'll wait and see where it goes, but like I said, this has been a problem for me over the summer. How are you guys different? Or is this just all smoke and mirrors? I've been waiting for them to address it since July, and it's now October. They now got TV, and I'm waiting. Is this going to make me tune out? No. I'm truly hoping that this is the mainstream alternative that the wrestling world needs. I don't need a rule book, I just need an explanation as to what is going on, since, once again, I'm not the only one who thought a DQ was coming, and it should have been explained why it wasn't. Should have been explained. Maybe the ref just lost control. Well, isn't that where a match usually gets thrown out? Especially if there is outside of interference. So all I need to know is why it isn't called out. And this has happened a few times already. It's like the third time this has happened. Commentators offering no insight for what they want to treat as present as a professional sport. Wins and losses matter, and rules are just being constantly broken. You know, if this was the first time, I take it, well, let's see, where this is going, and maybe it will be explained next week type of approach. But it just seems to be the AEW way so far, and I'm looking for some type of explanation as to why. Why? How are you different? Wins and losses matter. You are the alternative. But right now, it just seems that you're just another version of WWE. And I know this is just one show on TV. Many more shows to come, and I'm sure things like that will be established. But if that was one of your main sticking points to get the audience to tune in, and they were disappointed to a degree just as much as I was, will you be able to retain that audience week in and week out if things like this continue to happen? What is, how do wins and losses matter? What is the direction? What are we trying to portray here as far as AEW? So just my two thoughts there. Overall, love the first show. Love it. But, again, if you're claiming to be an alternative, how are you going to distinguish yourself as you said that you would? Or was that all just smoke and mirrors? I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.